Okay, so there's the fruit, then we're going to rip it off, and when we do, of course, it's going to cause the plant to bleed that nasty toxic latex. Now, of course, this fruit is not quite ready yet, but we can split it open anyway. Splitting it open, you can see you got all those little ovules right there. This plant is called Caltropis procera, okay? And you can see it's basically a small tree. Okay, it's quite beautiful. Invasive as but quite beautiful. And of course, like most members of the milkweed subfamily, those flowers are just a massive buffet of sugary nectar for the pollinators. Okay, but also like many milkweeds, it's got quite a toxic sap when you break the leaves off. You got those heart poisons in there, those cardiac glycosides. You got kind of a mild farina on the leaves. Opposite leaves, of course, like most members of the milkweed subfamily. But look, let's get close and just look at those flowers. Look at that. Look at those coronas. You can see they got the stigmatic slit, just like most of the Asclepiodoideae, the milkweed subfamily, just like milkweeds. Stigmatic slit in a somewhat complex pollination system going on here. See, look at this. So look at what this wasp is doing. Okay, so she's attracted by the nectar, and she's going to dance around that little gynostegium, that column in the middle, and you got those 5 purple lobes. Oh, now she's taking off. All right, well let's take a look. Oh no, there she goes. She's going back at it. Look at the emerging new leaves, just covered in that velvety indumentum, mixed with a little bit of waxy farina, a little bit of waxy Dennis farina. You got the leaves opposite, of course, like most members of the milkweed subfamily. Oh, we already got your oleander aphids going nuts on there. You can see this plant is, look at how blue and fuzzy it is. Just built for the heat, built for those lower latitude areas where it thrives so well. Flower's just about to open right there. Okay, so looking at that flower, you can see you got that gynostegium in the center, that pentagonal gynostegium, that pentagonal column, and you got 5 lobes surrounding that, and then the 5 petals surrounding that. And on the underside of the flower, you get the 5 sepals, which you barely notice. Now, of course, to pollinate it, just like a milkweed, you got that little stigmatic slit in between those 5 lobes. You can barely see it. See, it looks kind of yellow towards the top of that gynostegium. Pollinator's got to slip his foot inside there, his or her foot, it don't matter. Slip their foot inside there, pull out the little boomerang-shaped pollinarium, or pollinia, pollinium singular, pollinia plural, and then fly off with it and then stick it in to another stigmatic slit on another flower. Okay, now these flowers are massive nectar sources for pollinators, and that's why they get pollinated so efficiently, and that's probably why they're so good at being invasive. Okay, so one of these flowers, of course, gets pollinated and it turns into a massive fruit, which I'll show you over here. Okay, so there's the fruit, then we're going to rip it off, and when we do, of course, it's going to cause the plant to bleed that nasty toxic latex. Now, of course, this fruit is not quite ready yet, but we can split it open anyway. Splitting it open, you can see you got all those little ovules right there. Now, of course, it's a milkweed fruit, so it's called a follicle. Looks like the coma, the wind dispersal mechanism, is not quite matured yet, so it's not all poofy and fibrous like it would be if it was mature. See if I can get you a mature one here. But there you go. There are all the seeds. These are not ready yet. Maybe a few of them are, the ones that are darkened. Okay, that's how, of course, how you can tell if a seed's mature. It'll be darkened and brown. If it's still green, it's no good. But you can see what's going on. And on the inside of that, there you go. There's the coma. Now, the fluff on a milkweed seed is called coma. Okay, and it's analogous to a pappus on a sunflower, or like a dandelion seed, member of the sunflower family. So you get all the coma, the fibers in there, and with the not quite mature, and there's the little paisley-shaped seeds. Oh yeah, get it. Juicy. Get it? So this wasp is, diving into that nectar. Hopefully slip one of his legs in that stigmatic slit like a little trapdoor. Pull out a boomerang-shaped polinium, which consists of a corpusculum at the apex of that boomerang. Translator apparatus is the arms of the boomerang. And then, of course, the globs of pollen on either side of that boomerang, the pollinia. Well, he's really spending time in there. He's really, taking liberties with his own ass. That's where the pollen, the pollinium come out of, and then that's where the pollinium eventually has to go to fertilize the flower to produce one of those egg-shaped fruits. So you can see that one splitting open. You got the seeds in there, just ready to dump out. Oh yeah, look at that. And of course they got the coma attached to them. That little puff of floof. Help them get dispersed around and add some more calotropis to this nasty dump. Either way, so it's invasive, but it doesn't. I've never seen it form monocultures. It normally seems like it just tends to take over holes like empty lots next to expensive condos. So anyway, there you go. Calotropis procera. It's my old friend, Waltheria indica, Malvaceae, another pan-tropical weed. Little tiny clusters of malvaceous flowers.